TV 35.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to this Lehigh Valley Health Network Hazleton Game of the Night from the Wyoming Valley Conference Girls High School Basketball, as the Lady Comets of Crestwood play host to the Lady Cougars of Hazleton area. You are looking live at Crestwood High School in Mountaintop. We thank you for joining us this evening for continuing coverage of live high school basketball here on WYLN. I'm Marty Burns. Coach Joe DeMelfi getting ready for his trip to Florida, not with us tonight, but I know he'll be watching in the midst of packing for his long trip to Florida. Got Jim Burns on the stats, and Coach Hopkins said for Crestwood that he's a big fan of Joe Gavio. He wants him to get the milestone that we're about to talk about, but he doesn't want him to get it tonight. And what we're talking about is Joe Gavio, one win away from a career number 500 wins at Hazleton Area High School. Currently in his career, he's at 587 victories, but one more tonight, and he will have 500 for his long career at Hazleton Area High School. What he needs is a victory tonight over Crestwood to reach that 500 win mark, and Coach Hopkins and his Lady Comets are going to do everything in their power that Coach Gavio will have to wait another couple days to get to 500, so it'll be very interesting to see how this game will play out. A very exciting JV game, which the Lady Comets JVs came from behind to defeat Hazleton area by 2. As I remember, I believe Mr. Burns here to my right can confirm 41-39. Crestwood victorious, and as I mentioned, in come from behind fashion. And the last time we saw the Lady Comets of Crestwood never led in the game against Berwick, but they battled their way all the way back, battling a ton of adversity in the ball game. They had a couple of starters out to begin, and Crestwood was able to force overtime before the Lady Bulldogs a couple weeks ago pulled away for the victory over Crestwood. And Crestwood, once getting into Wyoming Valley Conference play, has had a tough time after getting off to a great start. But nothing like getting home and getting a tough opponent like the Hazleton area Lady Cougars. We'll see how tonight's game will play out. We are just about set for tonight's starting lineups and national anthem, as the Lady Cougars will be in the red. The Lady Comets wearing the black warm-ups will be wearing the white uniforms tonight for the Lady Comets of Crestwood. And it looks like, I believe we have national anthem first, and then the starting lineups to be introduced. And the PIAA sportsmanship message being introduced to the crowd here. Notice across the way Steve Stallone from the standard speaker, who is quick to let everyone know that Coach Gavio was a win away from 500 in his career at Hazleton area. And we are now ready for tonight's national anthem. So we invite you to hold on, and then we'll get tonight's starting lineups. But first, our national anthem. And that has been our national anthem. Now the starters to be introduced for this nice crowd here in Mountaintop, home of the Lady Comets of Crestwood. And Hazleton area to be introduced first. Sophia Schultz, the first to be introduced, wearing number 33. Now number 11, Casey Kilker. Taylor Kilker wearing number 30. Brianna Kennedy wearing number 41. And the final of 4 juniors in the starting lineup. Number 4, Lacey Kringy. Schultz starting as a freshman for Hazleton area. And of course, the aforementioned Joe Gavio, head coach of the Hazleton area Lady Cougars. And now the hometown Comets to be introduced. Caitlin Bazinko wearing number 4. Isabella Caparucio, we did not see her a couple weeks ago against Berwick, but she's back in the starting lineup. Julia Glowacki wearing number 12. Cadence Hiller wears number 21. And also, who we did not see a couple weeks ago, wearing number 30, Grace Pasternak. So the Lady Comets at full strength with their starting 5. We're just about set for basketball. Thank you for sticking with us. As we mentioned, the JV game went a bit long. And we are just about set for basketball from Mountaintop. As I mentioned, the Lady Cougars will be in the red. Crestwood, the hosts, in the home white. And head coach Don Hopkins of the Lady Comets of Crestwood's done a nice job with this group. Very good coach and a quality gentleman. You don't have to take our picture. We're fine. We are just about set for the tip. Sophia Schultz will jump for Hazleton area. And it looks like it'll be Cadence Hiller for the Lady Comets. Crestwood in the white going from right to left on your screen. And we are underway on this Monday night in Mountaintop. Tip controlled by the Lady Comets. Caparucio brings it up. She'll give it to Pasternak. Hiller at the foul line. That jumper by Pasternak rolls just out. Goes out of bounds, and it'll be Lady Cougar basketball. Opening minute of this ball game on the S.J. Kowalski scoreboard. No score between Hazleton area and Crestwood. Casey Kilker in the corner. Dribbles out, gets it to Kringy. Guarded closely by Caparucio. Kringy looks to penetrate. Instead, she'll kick it out, finds Schultz on the box. She gets double teamed. She dribbles out and gets double teamed again, and Glowacki comes up with the steal. Bazinko goes out to Caparucio. Glowacki, she'll take the jumper. That's a three-point goal. Julia Glowacki, leading scorer at 9 a game for Crestwood. They jump out early, 3-0 on the S.J. Kowalski scoreboard. And a steal by Glowacki. Gives off to Hiller, right back to Glowacki. She'll try another. And she got it, back-to-back threes. Julia Glowacki, and it's 6-0, Crestwood. Glowacki now at 23 made threes to lead the team. Kringy in the high post. Left-hand shot won't go. Rebound Hiller. Here comes Crestwood, already up 6-0. Looking to push the pace. Can she go 3 in a row? She faked the 3. Gives off to Pasternak. Caparucio looks to penetrate. Glowacki from the corner. Off the side of the backboard. Rebound, Casey Kilker. Kringy will set the offense. Casey Kilker at the top. She finds Kennedy. Finds a cutting Kringy and the basket. Good, nice passing. Kennedy to Kringy. Hazleton area on the board. They trail 6-2. And a tip pass by Kennedy. And it'll be Hazleton area basketball. Great hustle by the energy maker on this Hazleton area team, Brianna Kennedy. She gets an assist and then a turnover. Kringy's jumper won't go. Rebound, Hiller. Here comes Crestwood leading by 4. Glowacki gets it to Caparucio. Bazinko gets double teamed. She'll go to Glowacki. Caparucio at the top, inside Hiller. Her turnaround the lane is good. 8-2 Crestwood. Kringy going right. Looks to go baseline, finds Kennedy. Out to Casey Kilker. Right back to Kennedy. She gets double teamed. Hiller got a hand in there, and it'll remain Lady Cougar basketball. Good help defense by Cadence Hiller. Kringy inside, can't get it to go. Rebound, Pasternak. Almost a steal, still loose on the floor, and the possession arrow will keep it with Hazleton area. Kringy, little mini runner, won't go. Rebound Schultz, and a foul will be the first of the night, and it looks like it'll be against the hometown Lady Comets. Glowacki picks up her first, team first. Kennedy in the lane, can't get it to go. Rebound Pasternak. And just as they did Thursday night against Wilkes-Barre area here on WYLN, cold shooting to start for Hazleton area in this ball game, trailing 8-2. And that was tipped by Kilker. Cadence Hiller came up with it. And a traveling violation will give it back to Hazleton area. Kringy calls out the play from Coach Gavio. Hands off to Casey Kilker to Taylor Kilker. Kringy will give it over to Kennedy, right back to Kringy. Looking for a cutting Kennedy. Shot is up, won't go, and a rebound. Corralled by Bazinko, and she was fouled. Foul is on Schultz, her first. Team first. Pasternak gets it right back to Caparucio. They go to the middle to Hiller, and Crestwood will break the press nicely. Hiller dragged her pivot foot, traveling violation, giving it back to Hazleton area. And Coach Hopkins wants a timeout. It's a 30. So now would be a good time to give to Italian Guys Pizzeria call at 570-459-2783. Coach DeMelfi is busy packing, so Barry J.S. says order a Stromboli from Two Italian Guys located at 3 West Diamond Avenue in Hazleton. Give them a call, 570-459-2783. But as always, remember to tell Two Italian Guys that Coach DeMelfi sent you. Hazleton area after the Crestwood timeout, trailing 8-2. And we'll have a special announcement coming up at the next dead ball. Kennedy with a screen. Caparucio got back nicely defensively. Kringy drives, left-hand shot, good. Lacey Kringy with all 4 for Hazleton area. It's a 4-point game. Kringy the steal almost as she tipped it out of bounds, and it will remain with Crestwood. Caparucio gets across half court, gets it off to Hiller. Hiller looks to drive. Pasternak had it knocked away, but Hiller came up with it. Caparucio for 3. Tipped around, and Hiller tried to save. It'll go out of bounds. It'll be Hazleton area basketball. We want to give you an announcement concerning the matchup between the boys of both of these schools for tomorrow night. We've been told that, details are still coming out, but apparently there's a water main break at Hazleton area high school, and they will not be able to host the boys game between Crestwood and Hazleton area. But those two schools will play tomorrow night, except the game will be played here at Crestwood. So Hazleton area hosting Crestwood will not be played at the Huey McGeehan Gymnasium tomorrow night. It will be played here in Mountaintop. So if you were planning on attending the boys game tomorrow night, it will be here in Mountaintop instead of at Hazleton area. From what we've been told, a water main break at Hazleton area high school preventing the Huey McGeehan Gymnasium to host that boys matchup. So once again, the boys game between Hazleton area and Crestwood will be here in Mountaintop tomorrow night. Back to action here, 8-4. Lady Comets in front. Caparucio on the post to Hiller, out to Glowacki. Quickly swung to Pasternak. She looks to take the jumper inside the three-point line. Battle for the rebound, tipped around and corralled by Glowacki. Pasternak down the lane, gets the basket. 10-4, Crestwood. Kringy directing traffic. Looks inside for Kennedy. She gets double teamed, out to Taylor Kilker, out to Kringy for 3. Got it! Lacey Kringy has 7. It's 10-7. Crestwood. Bazinko looking for Pasternak. Her jumper won't go. Rebound Kringy. She checked the clock, under 40 seconds remaining in the opening quarter on the S.J. Kowalski scoreboard. Kringy for the tie. Tipped around loose, finally corralled by Caparucio. She'll look to push to Pasternak. Hiller gets the basket. She's got 4. The lead is 5. Kringy gets a screen from Kennedy. Drives the lane, gets the basket. Nice screen by Kennedy to allow Kringy loose. Caparucio's 3 won't go. Through a quarter, Crestwood 12. Hazleton area 9. You're watching the Lehigh Valley Health Network Hazleton game of the night on WILN.
When emergency strikes, trust your care to the all-new ER at Lehigh Valley Hospital Hazleton. With a facility that's now twice the size. Experienced nurses who see you right away. A quick assessment process makes sure you get the care you need. Advanced technology on site. safe, private treatment rooms, and a peace of mind that only this level of care can bring. When it matters most, trust your partner in emergency care. Lehigh Valley Hospital, Hazleton.
Get the most bang for your buck. You wanted to save money by cutting the cord, but you still wanted to watch your favorite shows and sports, so you added on and on and on. And well, now those add-ons are bills, and those bucks are adding up. Well, cut those bills and save with Service Electric. Service Electric offers hundreds of channels, video on demand, local programming, and choose the internet speed you need with Service Electric.
We welcome you back to Crestwood, getting set for the start of the second quarter with Crestwood in front 12-9, trying to keep Joe Gavio from 500 career victories at Hazleton Area High School. They're successful through a quarter. Crestwood shooting 5 of 10 from the floor, 2 of 4 from 3, 6 rebounds, 1 offensive, 3 turnovers. Hazleton Area 4 of 10 shooting, 1 of 2 from 3, 6 rebounds, 2 offensive, 3 turnovers in that opening quarter. Hazleton Area will start the quarter with Casey and Taylor Kilker. Kennedy, Schultz, Kringy with the basketball. Into the game for Crestwood, wearing number 3, Cameron Collins. She's with Caparucio, Glowacki, Bazinko, and Hiller. Kringy guarded closely by Collins. Jumper won't go. Rebound, Caparucio. In that opening quarter, Crestwood led in scoring by Glowacki with 6, Hiller with 4. Kringy leading all scorers with 9 in that opening frame. Bazinko had it blocked by Kennedy. Hazleton Area ball. Coming up at the half, Jim Burns will give us the Grand Central halftime stats. Hiller on the post. Kicks it out, Caparucio to Bazinko, over to Collins. She'll take the 3, short. Rebound, Kringy. Taylor Kilker gets the loose basketball. Kringy hands off to Taylor Kilker. It's over to Schultz. Kennedy drives the lane, can't get it to go. And it'll be Crestwood basketball. If you're just tuning in, tomorrow night's boys game will also be here at Crestwood High School. From what we understand, a water main break at Hazleton Area High School they cannot host, so the game has been moved here to Crestwood tomorrow night. Glowacki had it knocked away by Kringy, but she gets the loose basketball back. Collins to Caparucio. Looking inside, Hiller. And a foul has been called inside. We'll see who Frank Kalicki has it on. Calling it on Taylor Kilker. Be her first. Team second. Caden Seller hits the first. Second leading scorer on the year for Crestwood at 8 points per game. Shooting at 74% from the line. 1 out of 2. Schultz the rebound. 13-9 Crestwood in front. Taylor Kilker to Casey Kilker. Right back to Taylor. Kringy guarded closely by Collins. Looks to drive. Shot is up and good. Lacey Kringy, the first in double figures. She leads all scorers with 11. It's 13-11 Crestwood. That one's knocked away. Kennedy dives for it, but it was corralled by Caparucio. And I believe before the ball got knocked out of bounds, no, I thought we may have had a Crestwood timeout, but he said it was knocked out of bounds. It'll be Crestwood ball. Collins checks back and hears from Coach Hopkins on the play call. Glowacki looking inside, loose on the floor. Will keep it with Crestwood, but good hustle by both teams. Bazinko to inbound. Hiller corralled the loose basketball. Caparucio Dribbles out to Collins. Looking inside, knocked around, and finally corralled by Kringy. Kringy ahead of the pack. Casey Kilker can't get it to go. Here comes Caparucio with a 2-point lead. Collins dribbles it out, being corralled by 2 defenders. Foul will be called on Kringy. Be her first, team third. Grace Pasternak back into the Crestwood lineup as Bazinko will get a rest. Caparucio trying to corral the basketball. Gets it over to Hiller. This is Collins on the wing. Caparucio looks to drive out to Hiller. Her jumper inside the 3-point line. High archer won't go. Loose basketball. And it'll be Hazleton area ball with a chance to tie with just under 5 minutes remaining here in the second quarter. Coming up at the half, Jim Burns will give us the Grand Central halftime stats. Invite you to stay tuned for that. Hazleton area has trailed since the start, looking to get the game tied. Schultz out to Casey Kilker, out to Taylor Kilker. And a foul on the post defensively. I believe it may go against Hiller, but we'll wait for the official call. Bazinko is back in. Collins will sit. The foul was on Cadence Hiller, her first, team second. Looking inside for Kringy. This time guarded by Bazinko. She looks to drive on her, shot up, won't go, but Lacey Kringy to the line to shoot 2. Foul is on Caitlin Bazinko, her first, team third. Lacey Kringy to the line to shoot 2, and Lacey talked to me before tonight's game, and she wanted to make sure that we wished a belated happy birthday to her sister Jill. Celebrated her birthday yesterday, and fans of Hazleton area athletics will remember Jill Kringy, the district championship winning goal in field hockey earlier this school year. So happy birthday to Jill Kringy. Birthday yesterday. Sister Lacey hits both free throws. She's got 13, tying the game at 13. Milwaukee gets away from Kringy, got up to Pasternak. This is Caparucio. She looks to get double teamed. Looking inside for Hiller. Hiller had her pass stolen by Kringy. And Pasternak got it right back. And Kennedy takes it back for the Lady Cougars. Schultz can't get it to go. Rebound Pasternak. Number 3, Kylie Kilker in the lineup. I believe forced the jump ball. Possession arrow goes with the Lady Cougars in this 13-all tie. As Hazleton area looking for their first lead of the ball game. And I don't think they're going to allow the sub, as they gave the ball to Hazleton area to inbound. 2 subs. Hazleton area will get the inbound first. I believe. No, they're going to let the subs in. Coach Gavio doesn't like that thought. Pasternak and Hiller sit down. Number 22, freshman Kate Gallagher. Cameron Collins back into the Crestwood lineup. Kilker had her shot blocked. Loose. Picked up by Collins. Ahead to Glowacki. Her pass almost stolen by Kennedy. Kylie Kilker comes up with it. This is Schultz. She's going to challenge Glowacki. The shot is up and good. Hazleton area their first lead. 15-13. And a Crestwood turnover gives it back to the Lady Cougars. Hazleton area has outscored Crestwood here in the second 6-1. to get the lead 15-13. Kennedy, pull-up jumper, banked it in. Nice shot by Brianna Kennedy. It's now 17-13 Hazleton area. Coach Hopkins wants to take a timeout. See what he calls here. It's a full. They trail it by 4.
SJ Kowalski is your Mitsubishi Diamond contractor. They can install a Mitsubishi electric Mr. Slim ductless heating and cooling system. Mr. Slim systems are designed to make any living space in your home inviting. You can have a different temperature control for every room in your home. The money-saving technology can save you 25 to 50% on your heating bill. For Mitsubishi, Renai, and trained comfort specialists, call SJ Kowalski at 570-455-2600.
When emergency strikes, trust your care to the all-new ER at Lehigh Valley Hospital Hazleton. With a facility that's now twice the size. Experienced nurses who see you right away. A quick assessment process makes sure you get the care you need. Advanced technology on site. Safe, private treatment rooms, and a peace of mind that only this level of care can bring. When it matters most, trust your partner in emergency care. Lehigh Valley Hospital Hazleton.
Crestwood had to take the timeout. They've been outscored 8-1 in this second quarter. Jim Burns informed me during the break, 0 for 3 shooting, 5 turnovers caused by this Hazleton area pressure D, where Crestwood was leading by 3 at the end of 1, now trailing by 4. But here they'll break the pressure. Bazinko gets it right back to Glowacki, cross court. Collins thought about the 3. Kringy closed out on her quickly. And now Caparucio. Over to Glowacki in the corner, Bazinko. Glowacki for 3, got it! Julia Glowacki, her third 3 in the ball game. She's got 9 to lead Crestwood. They cut it to a 1-point game. As you can see on the SJ Kowalski scoreboard, 17-16, Hazleton area in front. Taylor Kilker looking for Kylie, stolen by Collins. Crestwood back in front. Quick 5-0 run from the Lady Comets. They're back in front by 1. Bazinko guarding Kringy. And it was knocked away. Some help defense reached in and knocked it away from Kringy, but it'll stay with Hazleton area as Casey Kilker will replace Taylor Kilker with Kylie Kilker still out on the floor. We will quiz you at the end of tonight's game. Kilker will get it out to Kilker. In the corner, Schultz. She drives. Shot is up. Won't get the roll. Tipped around loose. Schultz, the putback off back rim. She gets another opportunity. That won't go. Finally pulled down by Caparucio. We're going to have a hold against Hazleton area. It'll be their 4th team foul. Kylie Kilker, her first. Team 4th. Crestwood the inbound. Looking for Glowacki. Off to Collins. Collins lost control. Kennedy up with it. Schultz being trailed by Bazinko. Shot is up, won't go. Rebound Glowacki. Goes over to Caparucio. Mini break here for Crestwood. Caparucio kicks it out. Can it be 4 threes? It won't go. Ruled that it, I believe, hit the stanchion and over the basket. Hazleton area ball under 2 minutes left in the half. They trail by 1, 18-17. Kringy looking to drive on Bazinko. And a blocking foul be called, and I believe that'll be the second on Bazinko. First bit of foul trouble here in the ball game is for Crestwood. As that's her second, team 4th. Kennedy for three. Rebound Caparucio. She gets double teamed, overshoots her teammates, and it'll go out of bounds, and it'll be Hazleton area basketball. They'll inbound right in front of their bench. Under a minute and a half remaining in the half, Jim Burns will feverishly compile the Grand Central halftime stats. We invite you to stay tuned for that coming up at the half. Kringy penetrates, shot won't go. She gets her own rebound. No shot, rules Frank Galicki foul on the floor. No shot. Let's see who he calls the foul on. It's on Caparucio, her first, team fifth. Taylor Kilker back into the Hazleton area lineup, replacing Kylie Kilker, and Taylor will join Casey Kilker on the floor. Schultz, the only non-K on the floor, kicks it out to Casey Kilker to Kringy. Kringy looks to go baseline, and Bazinko knocked it away. Last minute of play in the opening half. Crestwood 18, Hazleton area 17. Casey Kilker comes up with the loose basketball, finds Schultz. Her turnaround won't go, tipped around, and here comes Crestwood. Milwaukee in the middle to Hiller. Looking for Caparucio, she'll go cross court to Collins. Collins gets double teamed and knocked away. This is Kringy. And Kringy's layup is good. Hazleton area back in front, 19-18. Kringy with 15 in the half. Collins tried to get through the double team, got it off to Glowacki before the travel. Collins at the top, final 15 seconds. Collins to Caparucio. Looking inside, Hiller. Challenging by Schultz. Caparucio goes cross court, Glowacki to beat the horn. Can't get it to go. Exciting opening half of basketball that has Joe Gavio a half away from 500 wins in his career at Hazleton area. His Lady Cougars lead it at the half, 19-18. You're watching the Lehigh Valley Health Network Hazleton game of the night on WYLN.
When emergency strikes, trust your care to the all-new ER at Lehigh Valley Hospital Hazleton. With a facility that's now twice the size. Experienced nurses who see you right away. A quick assessment process makes sure you get the care you need. Advanced technology on site. Safe, private treatment rooms, and a peace of mind that only this level of care can bring. When it matters most, trust your partner in emergency care. Lehigh Valley Hospital Hazleton.
Moore & Associates, accountants and advisors located at 751 North Church Street in Hazleton. Contact them for all your individual and business tax and accounting needs.
We welcome you back to Crestwood High School in Mountaintop. As we mentioned from the very top, Joe Gavio looking for career win number 500. He's halfway there, but it's not coming easy. The Lady Comets of Crestwood battling Hazleton area, possession for possession. Hazleton area up by 1 at the half, 19-18. And if you're just joining us, we want to give you a special announcement as a reminder. The Crestwood Hazleton area boys game scheduled for tomorrow night has been moved from Hazleton area high school to Crestwood. From what we're being told, a water main break at Hazleton area high school. They are unable to host the game tomorrow night. So the game has been moved to here in Mountaintop at Crestwood High School. Hazleton area Crestwood boys high school basketball will be played here tomorrow night, originally scheduled for Hazleton area high school. We wanted to let you know about that late change as we received the call during game action of this girls game in that opening quarter. that the boys game moved to here in Mountaintop and will not be played at Hazleton area tomorrow night. Jim Burns has been taking a look at the first half stats. They'll be brought to you by Grand Central, but before we look at those, we're going to take a break. The score at the half, Hazleton area 19, Crestwood 18. You're watching live high school basketball on WILN.
When emergency strikes, trust your care to the all-new ER at Lehigh Valley Hospital, Hazleton. With a facility that's now twice the size. Experienced nurses who see you right away. A quick assessment process makes sure you get the care you need. Advanced technology on site. Safe, private treatment rooms, and a peace of mind that only this level of care can bring. When it matters most, trust your partner in emergency care. Lehigh Valley Hospital, Hazleton.
We live life in the cloud. It's how we work, how we learn, how we laugh. It connects us to the ones we love, near and far. We at Service Electric have been working hard to upgrade our system, a local company providing you the fastest, most reliable internet. No contracts, no bandwidth limits. You choose the speed you need, and Service Electric will take you as fast as you want to go.
S.J. Kowalski is your Mitsubishi Diamond Contractor. They can install a Mitsubishi electric Mr. Slim ductless heating and cooling system. Mr. Slim systems are designed to make any living space in your home inviting. You can have a different temperature control for every room in your home. The money-saving technology can save you 25 to 50% on your heating bill. For Mitsubishi, Rinnai, and trained comfort specialists, call S.J. Kowalski at 570-455-2600.
Membership opportunities are now available at the Valley Country Club, 79 Country Club Lane in Sugarloaf. Clubhouse upgrades are in progress and will be ready for the spring. Call Frank Radis for details at 570-233-5328.
We welcome you back to live high school basketball. The girls taking the floor tonight. We are here in Mountaintop, home of the Crestwood Lady Comets. And at the half, they trail Hazleton area by 119 to 18. Thank you for joining us for this Lehigh Valley Health Network Hazleton game of the night. Quite a ball game through a half between Hazleton area and Crestwood. Hazleton area trailed to start, battled back and had a brief lead in that second quarter after an 8-1 run, but a quick 5-0 run from Crestwood. They regained the lead, and then a steal by Lacey Kringy and layup. The final points of that opening half. They have the lead 19 to 18. We promised them, and I believe we're ready to get a look at the Grand Central halftime stats compiled by our very own Jim Burns. Hazleton area surviving an 8 for 26 from the floor, 1 of 5 from the foul line. From 3, 2 of 2 at the foul line, 13 rebounds, 5 offensive, and 5 turnovers. Crestwood, 7 of 17 shooting, 3 of 9 from 3, 1 of 2 from the foul line, 16 rebounds, only 2 of them offensive, but 11 Crestwood turnovers. That was a big contributor, as 8 of those came in the second quarter, part of a Hazleton area 10-6 advantage to give them the 1-point lead here at the half. We thank Grand Central for being our halftime stats sponsor all season. And Jim Burns, as always, for compiling our halftime stats. We're going to take a final break before we get to third quarter action from Crestwood. The score, Joe Gavio, 1 half away from his 500th career win at Hazleton Area High School. His Lady Cougars lead it 19-18.
You always get a feel-good shopping experience at Grand Central in Hazleton.
Have you ever experienced that super pushy salesperson who follows you all around? Not here.
Or wandered around that big box store looking for help in the appliance department, only to find the pink guy? Not here.
And we have an experienced, courteous sales staff here to help you find the perfect mattress, piece of furniture, or appliance with no pressure.
And don't forget, everyday low prices.
You always get a feel-good shopping experience at Grand Central in Hazleton.
Penn State Hazleton is improving the lives of others, starting in our community.
Providing degrees that meet the needs of the area.
Fueling entrepreneurship and contributing more than $36 million annually to the state's economy.
Researching the health of our local ecosystem on the Susquehanna River.
Together, our impact keeps growing, backed by the strength of 24 campuses and 700,000 alumni.
Third Base Luncheonette, still making memories after all these years.
Two Italian Guys Pizzeria, 3 West Diamond Avenue in Hazleton has all your favorites, from pizza, hoagies, salads, entrees, wings, and sides. Always made with the freshest ingredients. Call them at 570-459-2783.
We welcome you back to Crestwood High School here in Mountaintop. Lady Comets trailing the Lady Cougars 19-18. Before we get set for third quarter action, we want to thank the Third Base Luncheonette for supplying our crew meal as they have this season and for so many seasons here on WILN. Many thanks to the Third Base Luncheonette located just off of 9th Street in Hazleton. And as always, thank you to the Third Base Luncheonette. We want to remind you that the Lehigh Valley Health Network Hazleton Game of the Night will return this Friday night as we return to Plymouth. This time the girls will take the floor in a rematch from a hard-fought Hazleton area victory Saturday afternoon at the Huey McGeehan Gymnasium. They will meet again as that Saturday game was a makeup game, and the regularly scheduled game Friday night at Wyoming Valley West High School. And we'll be there, and we'll be on the air live at 7:30. Wyoming Valley West hosting Hazleton area and girls high school basketball in the Wyoming Valley Conference. Will be on the air Friday night at 7:30. Here, a whole half of basketball to go. Lady Cougars up 1. We've just been notified that we have to welcome our friends watching in the great state of Georgia. Not sure who that might be. I don't think it's Coach DeMelfi. I don't think he left yet. But somebody tuning in, watching us in the great state of Georgia, thank you for watching us, and thank you for everybody watching us all over northeastern Pennsylvania. A very good opening half of basketball between the Lady Comets and Lady Cougars. And I believe by looking at the arrow, Crestwood will get it to start. They'll be in the white going from left to right on your screen. For the visiting Lady Cougars, they'll go with their original starting 5. Taylor and Casey Kilker, Kennedy, Schultz, and Kringy. Crestwood will go with Bazinko, Pasternak, Caparucio, Glowacki, and Hiller. Lacey Kringy leading all scorers with 15, Julia Glowacki leading Crestwood with 9. Crestwood looking to regain the lead, trailing by 1 to start the third. Caparucio goes over to Pasternak. She'll give up to Caparucio. Her pass tipped by Casey Kilker. And then she'll go back as Caparucio drives the lane. That jumper won't go. Battle for the rebound, corralled by Hiller. Turnaround good. Crestwood back up by 1, 20-19. 7 for Caden Siller. Schultz looking for Kringy. Kennedy swings to Schultz. Kringy driving and out of her reach. Crestwood basketball. But here comes the full court look from Hazleton area. Looking for Hiller. She'll corral it, but get double teamed. And the traveling violation gives it back to Hazleton area in the opening minute here in the third quarter on the S.J. Kowalski scoreboard. Crestwood up 20-19. Taylor Kilker will bring it up. Caparucio guarding Kringy. This is Casey Kilker. Looking inside for Kennedy, knocked away by Hiller. And that's taken away. Caparucio up with it. Checks behind her. Gets double teamed but finds Glowacki. Looking inside for Hiller. Back out Caparucio for three. Tipped out by Glowacki. Blazinko gets the loose basketball. New possession for Crestwood. Hiller swings, Caparucio. Glowacki looks to penetrate. Blocked by Kringy. Kringy looks to push. And it looked like somebody, that's what Lacey Kringy thought. The officials don't agree. Crestwood basketball. Caparucio gets doubled, finds Blazinko. In the middle, Hiller to Pasternak. And a body called on one end. Coach Gavio says you didn't get it on this end down here. And the foul will be on Kilker, Taylor Kilker, her second, team first. And stolen by Casey Kilker. Kringy brings it up. Shot is up. No call at the basket. A rebound for Hiller. Caparucio will bring it up, leading by one. Blazinko to Caparucio. Glowacki for three. Short. And a rebound for Kringy. Kick ahead. In the lane, it's Kennedy. And Hazleton area back in front. Brianna Kennedy with four. Caparucio gets it to Blazinko. She'll go cross-court Pasternak. Pass tip, but Hiller has it for Crestwood. Down one. Hiller will try a three. Kennedy gets the loose basketball quickly to Kringy. Approaching 5 minutes remaining in the third. 21-20, Hazleton area in front. A basket apiece here in the third. Kringy is going to get a foul called on the floor. No shooting opportunity. Ruled by Frank Galicki. We'll get the call from him as who the foul is on. It's on Caparucio. It'll be her second. Team first. And Caparucio up with the steal. Pasternak kicks it ahead. Blazinko got it to Hiller, to Glowacki, quickly to Caparucio. She'll penetrate. Shot is up, won't go. Kringy another rebound. She breaks the double team and looks to push. Kringy went out one door and in another. Crestwood basketball. Officials letting them play here. Hiller brings it up. Got it off to Caparucio. Quickly to Pasternak. And may have been blocked from behind by Schultz. Crestwood ball. Coach Gavio wants to take a timeout. See what the call is here. It's a full. They lead it by one. It's great. You have to lose it.
Third Base Luncheonette, still making memories after all these years.
You always get a feel-good shopping experience at Grand Central in Hazleton.
Have you ever experienced that super pushy salesperson who follows you all around? Not here.
Or wandered around that big box store looking for help in the appliance department, only to find the pink guy? Not here.
And we have an experienced, courteous sales staff here to help you find the perfect mattress, piece of furniture, or appliance with no pressure.
And don't forget, everyday low prices.
You always get a feel-good shopping experience at Grand Central in Hazleton.
After the Hazleton area timeout, they'll be left with 2 full and 2 30s. Crestwood left with 2 fulls and a 30. Crestwood the inbound, trailing 21-20. Hiller inside, challenging Kennedy. Her up and under move, and she'll head to the line to shoot 2. We talked about fans watching in Georgia. Our good friend Tony Pacelli sent a message from Las Vegas on the Strip. He's watching tonight's game. And a lovely lady named Chrissy watching us in Maryland tonight. Hello to everyone watching, whether you're in Pennsylvania or not, as you got a great ball game here. Cadence Hiller has just tied the game at 21. Foul is on Schultz, her second, team second. And Hiller now has 9, tied for the team lead with Milwaukee. And Crestwood back up 22-21 as we have 3 Kilkers on the floor as Lacey Kringy getting a breather here in the third. As Coach Gavio wants her ready for the late stages of the third and then the critical fourth quarter. And a backcourt violation. We'll give it to Crestwood. Kringy leads all scorers with 15 for Hazleton area, 9 apiece for Milwaukee and Hiller for Crestwood as they lead at 22-21, over halfway gone in the third quarter. Caparucio looking for Hiller. Instead goes cross court to Pasternak. Out to Milwaukee, over to Hiller. Hiller in the elbow looking for a cutting Milwaukee, out to Caparucio. That's a 3. That won't go. And the long rebound will go out of bounds and it'll be Hazleton area basketball. Number 15, freshman Olivia Williams into the Hazleton area lineup as Coach Gavio will go big. Trailing by 1. Schultz guarded closely by Milwaukee. She looks to drive, and a foul on the floor as I believe the rule Schultz was passing there. Milwaukee picks up her second, team second. Taylor Kilker can't get it to go. Battle for the rebound. Jump ball will keep it with Hazleton area. Approaching 3 minutes remaining in this third quarter. Crestwood up 22-21. Casey Kilker to inbound. She'll go out to Schultz. Schultz drives the lane. Shot is up and good. Sophia Schultz has 4. Hazleton area back in front, 23-22. Lazinko breaks the pressure to Hiller. Her jumper inside the three-point line won't go. Rebound, Casey Kilker. She'll bring it up for Hazleton area. To Taylor Kilker. The call comes out from Coach Gavio. This is Kennedy. Out to Schultz. To Williams. She's going to take a 3, short. Rebound, Caparucio. Ahead of the pack is Collins. Crestwood back in front, 24-23. Taylor Kilker will bring it up for Hazleton area. Down 1. Kennedy gets double teamed, stolen by Milwaukee. Caparucio goes cross court, Milwaukee in the middle, it's Hiller. Right back, Milwaukee for 3. Got it! Julia Milwaukee has 12. 4 threes. Coach Gavio needs a timeout. Down by 4. It's a 30-second timeout. So now would be a good time to call. Two Italian Guys Pizzeria at 570-459-2783 and order wings from Two Italian Guys located at 3 West Diamond Avenue in Hazleton. Call 570-459-2783. Not only do you tell him that Coach DeMelfi sent you, but he said make sure to get the celery and blue cheese with your wings from Two Italian Guys, 3 West Diamond Avenue in Hazleton. Crestwood on a quick 5-0 run has built their lead back to 4. 2:04 left in the third. It's 27-23 Crestwood. With the timeout, Coach Gavio got Lacey Kringy back in the game as the original starters are out there for Hazleton area. Kringy joins the Kilkers along with Schultz and Kennedy. Crestwood will come out with Collins, Bazinko, Glowacki, Hiller, and Caparucio. As Caparucio looks to pick up Kringy in the full court. Kringy looking for some help. Finds Schultz. She finds a cutting Taylor Kilker, who's fouled. She'll head to the line to shoot 2. Bazinko picks up her third, team third. And Taylor Kilker will get one more. One out of 2 for Taylor Kilker makes it a 3-point game. Glowacki bringing it up the sideline, being trailed from behind and knocked away by Schultz, picked up by Kennedy. Taylor Kilker looks to push. Lady Cougars down 3, and Collins forced that traveling violation by denying Casey Kilker on the pass. Very nice defense by Cameron Collins, one of the many juniors for Crestwood and Coach Hopkins. 3 short, but a rebound Caparucio. She looked like she got tripped, and believe they called a jump ball. Possession arrow remains with the hometown Crestwood Lady Comets. Hiller, they're going to rule a foul, no jump ball. And if it's Taylor Kilker, it'll be her third. And that is the case. It's her third, team third. Caparucio's 3 won't go. Bazinko the rebound, and the pass out of the reach of Collins. Hazleton area ball, down by 3, approaching a minute remaining in the third. And we may have had some wet spots on the floor with the players working hard, diving on the floor. And getting mopped up on the baseline. Kylie Kilmer back into the Hazleton area lineup. What did I say? I apologize. Casey Kilker. Too many K's in my life. Kylie Kilker is in for Taylor Kilker. And Caparucio again picking up Kringy in the full court. She calls out the play. She wants a clear out. Gets it out to Schultz. Schultz penetrates. Finds Kennedy. Loose basketball. Jump ball will keep it with Hazleton area. .101 left in the third. Hazleton area down 3 to inbound. Kennedy on the wing. She looks to drive. Shot is up off back rim. Loose basketball picked up by Glowacki. Pasternak gets it to Collins. Knocked around. And before a 10-second violation, Coach Hopkins will use his last 30-second timeout. So now would be a good time to call. Two Italian Guys Pizzeria at 570-459-2783. And why don't you just get yourself a quick hoagie from two Italian guys located at 3 West Diamond Avenue in Hazleton. Their number 570-459-2783. Two Italian guys, 3 West Diamond Avenue in Hazleton. Crestwood will be left with 2 full timeouts. Hazleton area left with 2 fulls and a 30. Crestwood inbound, leading by 3. Under a minute left here in the third quarter. Hazleton area already showing full court pressure. What a surprise from Coach Gavio. Caparucio will inbound. Collins comes to the basketball, right back to Caparucio. She'll go to Collins. She looks to push. Finds Glowacki inside. Loose basketball picked up by Schultz. Kringy picks up the loose ball, down 3. Kringy gives to Schultz. Schultz to Kringy. You'll be able to see the time on the S.J. Kowalski scoreboard. Rebound, Kylie Kilker. Schultz for the tie. Rebound, Caparucio. Collins ahead of the pack, and she was fouled from behind. Fouls on Casey Kilker. It'll be her first, team 4th. Cameron Collins was a big contributor in that game a couple weeks ago against Berwick, heading to the line. Averaging just over 6 points per game. She's got 5 off the bench tonight. Looking to make this a 5-point game before the end of the third. She does just that. She's got 4 of her 6 here in the third. The lead is 5. Kringy will have to hustle. Down to 2. Kennedy's 3. Kylie Kilmer can't get it to go before the horn. No basket. Through 3. Crestwood leads at 29-24.
Penn State Hazleton is improving the lives of others, starting in our community.
Providing degrees that meet the needs of the area.
Fueling entrepreneurship and contributing more than $36 million annually to the state's economy.
Researching the health of our local ecosystem on the Susquehanna River.
Together, our impact keeps growing, backed by the strength of 24 campuses and 700,000 alumni.
Membership opportunities are now available at the Valley Country Club, 79 Country Club Lane in Sugarloaf. Clubhouse upgrades are in progress and will be ready for the spring. Call Frank Radis for details at 570-233-5328.
We welcome you back to live coverage of the Lehigh Valley Health Network Hazleton Game of the Night here on WYLN. Hazleton area head coach Joe Gavio looking for win number 500. His team's going to have to work for it here in the fourth. They trail at 29-24 through 3. In that third quarter, Hazleton area 2 of 9 from the floor, 0 for 3 from 3, 1 of 2 at the foul line, 10 rebounds, 3 offensive, but they turned it over 8 times. That helped Crestwood to an 11-5 advantage in that third, where they shot 3 of 15, 1 of 7 from 3, 4 of 4 at the line, 9 rebounds, 5 offensive, only 4 turnovers. Caparucio, Pasternak, Collins, Hiller, and Glowacki to start for Crestwood here in the fourth. Glowacki was trapped on the sideline, smartly knocked it off a Hazleton area defender to keep the possession. Hazleton area will start the fourth with Schultz, Kringy, Casey, and Taylor Kilker, and Brianna Kennedy. Hiller inside, looks for Pasternak, great pass, Crestwood up 7. Kringy looking for some help, gets it to Schultz. Inside, Casey Kilker. Shot won't go, loose basketball. And possession arrow will keep it with Hazleton area. Kilker inbounds to Schultz. Schultz kicks it out to Casey Kilker. She looks to drive, shot won't go. And loose basketball corralled by Caparucio, but she traveled with it. Hazleton area basketball. Crestwood led in scoring by Julia Gowacki with 12, 9 for Caden Siller. Lacey Kringy leading all scorers with 15. She did not score, though, in that third quarter. Taylor Kilker's three won't go, and it'll be Crestwood ball leading by 7. Kennedy gets almost the steal. Caparucio comes in, gets the basketball. Collins will bring it up, and Schultz from behind up with the steal, but they'll call the tied ball before the steal, keeping it with Crestwood. Opening minute of the fourth, Crestwood up 7. Caparucio over to Collins for 3. Rebound Kennedy. Kringy will bring it up. Lady Cougars down 7, approaching a minute and a half gone in the fourth quarter. Schultz, the runner, won't go. Rebound Hiller. And another jump ball, keeping it again with Hazleton area. I apologize. They called a foul, not a jump ball. It's on Kennedy, her first, team 5th. And a traveling violation. Gives it back to Hazleton area. Minute and a half gone in the fourth. 31-24, Crestwood in front. Caparucio continues her harassing defense on Hazleton area's Lacey Kringy. Schultz goes over to Casey Kilker. This is Kennedy. She looks to drive the lane. Basket good by Brianna Kennedy. She's got 6. She cuts the deficit to 5. Kringy, the steal to Kennedy. Blocked, but a foul called. Good hustle from Hazleton area defensively to set up this 2-shot opportunity. Foul on Caparucio. It'll be her 3rd, team 4th. And Kennedy doesn't get the roll on the first. She'll have another opportunity. One out of 2. Kennedy has 5 of her 7 here in the second half. The lead down to 4. Right back to Caparucio. She'll go to Collins. Collins pass to Hiller. She's in double figures with 11. The lead is 6. Kringy gets away from Caparucio. Shot is up and good. Kringy has 17. It's a 4-point game. Get it ahead to Hiller. She'll go cross court. Collins trying to save the Pasternak. Gowacki picked up her dribble. She gets double teamed. Cross court Pasternak blocked by Kennedy. And diving on the floor. Jump ball, great hustle by both teams. Under 5 minutes left in this 4-point game. The possession arrow will keep it with Hazleton area. Bazinko checks back in for Crestwood. Kennedy at the top. Looks to drive, kicks it out to Taylor Kilker. Out to Casey Kilker for three. Rebound Taylor Kilker. Looking for Schultz, knocked away by Glowacki. Kick ahead Bazinko. That won't go. And it'll be Hazleton area ball with 4.5 minutes remaining in the fourth. Coach Gavio calls out the play. Kringy bringing it up, Caparucio guarding her closely. Knocked away by Caparucio. In the corner, Collins. Her pass almost knocked away, loose on the floor, and again, great hustle. This time the possession arrow to Crestwood. Caparucio in the corner. Looks inside to Hiller. Over to Glowacki for three. Battle for the rebound. And I believe we're going to have an over the back against Crestwood. This could be critical if it's Caparucio. I believe that'd be her fourth. That is the call. 4 on Caparucio. Team fifth. She'll have to leave the game. Bazinko, I believe, will get the assignment of guarding Lacey Kringy. Halfway through the fourth, Caparucio sits with the 4 personals. See how long Coach Hopkins will have her sit there before bringing her back. Schultz thought about going baseline, and she's called for the traveling violation. Pasternak got it to Collins. She slipped. Hazleton area got the ball and they were fouled. It'll be the 6th team foul on Crestwood. Fouls on Pasternak, her first, but it is the team's 6th. Fouls after this, Hazleton area will be shooting. Kennedy looks to drive. Challenging, Heller gets the basket. 5 of her 9 here in the fourth for Brianna Kennedy. It's a 2-point game. Collins, cross-court Pasternak, looking for Bazinko. And she travels with it. Hazleton area will get it back. Down 2. Over 3 minutes remaining in the fourth. And they're going to go back to Caparucio with the 4 personals. 3:17 remaining, and Caparucio with the 4. Looks like she'll continue to guard Lacey Kringy in the full court. Big gamble for Coach Hopkins, trusting Caparucio. Casey Kilker, and she'll be called for the jump ball. The possession arrow will remain with Hazleton area. Nice defense by Bazinko. Three minutes remaining. Hazleton area down 2. Kringy gets the basketball. She'll take the 3 for the lead. Doesn't get the roll. Kilker will be called for the foul. That'll be her 4th and the team's 6th. So both teams in the next foul will be in the penalty. Caparucio goes to Collins, comes up the sideline, and Coach Gavio is saying watch the off arm, but they're going to call the foul, I believe, on Kennedy. That'll be her 2nd and the team's 7th. The 1-1 won't go for Collins. Tipped around, Kringy has it for Hazleton area. Kringy looking to go baseline, got double team, kicked it out to Casey Kilker. Schultz down the lane, shot up, won't go. Battle for the rebound, picked up by Caparucio. Collins to Hiller in the middle. Off to Glowacki. They lead by 2, under 2.5 remaining in the fourth. See the time and score on the S.J. Kowalski replay. Hiller in the lane. Shot is up, won't go. Kennedy the rebound. Hazleton area with another opportunity to tie or take the lead with a 3. Kennedy, patient with the basketball, finds a cutting Kringy. Jumper short, rebound Caparucio. Over to Hiller. Hiller looking for a teammate, finds nobody. It'll be Hazleton area ball. Timeout has been called. It's a full taken by Hazleton area. They trail it by 2.
When emergency strikes, trust your care to the all-new ER at Lehigh Valley Hospital Hazleton. With a facility that's now twice the size. Experienced nurses who see you right away. A quick assessment process makes sure you get the care you need. Advanced technology on site. Safe, private treatment rooms, and a peace of mind that only this level of care can bring. When it matters most, trust your partner in emergency care. Lehigh Valley Hospital Hazleton.
Moore & Associates, accountants and advisors located at 751 North Church Street in Hazleton. Contact them for all your individual and business tax and accounting needs.
We welcome you back to Crestwood High School. After the Hazleton area timeout, Crestwood up 33-31. Both teams left with 2 timeouts. Crestwood will have 2 fulls, Hazleton area full and a 30. Kilker will bring it up for the Lady Cougars, down 2. She picked up her dribble, finds Schultz. Schultz to Kringy. She calls out the play from Coach Gavio. Kringy looks to go baseline. Off the foot of Caparucio. Remaining with Hazleton area, a minute 19 remaining. Schultz, right back to Casey Kilker. In the lane, Kennedy for the tie. Won't go. Rebound, Hiller. Jump ball will go to Crestwood. Oh, actually, we're going to get a foul. Frank Galicki overrolled. Coach Gavio saying he has a jump ball. Frank Galicki is overruled. Coach Gavio not happy with the call. Kringy picks up her second, team 8th. Not often you see an official be overruled on the baseline with the call in front of them, but that was the scenario there, a 1-and-1 for Hiller. She gets the first. Big free throw here to make it a 2-possession game. And Hiller, 8 of her 13 here in the second half. The lead is 4. Kringy gets a screen from Kennedy. Drives the lane. Can't get the roll. Hiller the rebound. Timeout taken by Crestwood. I believe it's going to be a full They lead it by 4.
When emergency strikes, trust your care to the all-new ER at Lehigh Valley Hospital, Hazleton. With a facility that's now twice the size. Experienced nurses who see you right away. A quick assessment process makes sure you get the care you need. Advanced technology on site. Safe, private treatment rooms, and a peace of mind that only this level of care can bring. When it matters most, trust your partner in emergency care. Lehigh Valley Hospital, Hazleton.
Two Italian Guys Pizzeria. 3 West Diamond Avenue in Hazleton has all your favorites, from pizza, hoagies, salads, entrees, wings, and sides. Always made with the freshest ingredients. Call them at 570-459-2783.
We welcome you back to Crestwood High School here in Mountaintop. Comet timeout. Now the one thing, Crestwood is going to have to inbound, I believe, right in front of us. Very tough angles to inbound from this particular position. And they will not have the run of the sideline, so that makes it even tougher to inbound. They get it to Hiller. Pass tipped by Schultz, but Glowacki up with it. Goes to Caparucio. Cross court Hiller. She'll give it to Caparucio as they look to play keep away, leading by 4. Kennedy almost came up with the steal. 37.5 seconds remaining. Crestwood very content to take time off the clock. Collins trying to stay in the front court. And we're going to get a foul, I believe, on Schultz. And that is the case. Schultz picks up her 3rd. Team 9th. And I understand Sophia Schultz celebrating a birthday today. And she'd love to make it memorable with a Hazleton area come from behind victory. They're going to have to hope for a miss here on the 1-and-1 by Caparucio. And get the rebound, and they get it there. Casey Kilker with the rebound. Kringy with the ball, down 4. They're going to have to hurry. Get a screen from Kennedy. Kringy kicks it out. Schultz, Casey Kilker. They're going to have to get a shot off. Kennedy, shot is up, won't go. Rebound Bazenko, and Crestwood. The game is over. The game is over. Crestwood will get the 35-31 victory over Hazleton area, preventing Joe Gavio from getting his 500th career win at Hazleton Area High School. He'll have to wait a couple of days as Crestwood, a hard-earned defensive battle, comes away with the 35-31 victory over Hazleton area. And could this be something to catapult Coach Hopkins and his Lady Comets in the second half of the season as they come up with a big victory, 35-31. Crestwood led by Caden Saylor, 8 of her 13 in the second half. Julia Glowacki, sharp shooting with 4 threes in the game, accounting for her 12. They accounted for 25 of the Crestwood 35 on the scoreboard tonight. Lacey Kringy led all scorers with 17, but credit Isabella Caparucio, holding her to 2 points in the second half with her full court man-to-man defense, at times taking Kringy away from the Hazleton area offense, as Coach Hopkins and Crestwood coming up with a big 35-31 victory over the Lady Cougars of Hazleton area forcing Coach Gavio to wait a couple more nights for a shot at 500 career wins as head coach at Hazleton area. And Jim Burns just finishing up some final stats. We'll get a look at them. In the second half, Hazleton area 5 of 23, but a very cold shooting night. 13 of 49. Credit that Crestwood defense. 1 of 11 from 3. 4 of 6 from the foul line was Hazleton area. They were out rebounded by Crestwood 34 to 32. Big key, 11 second half turnovers committed by Hazleton area. Total of 16. Crestwood shot 12 of 39 from the floor, 4 of 18 from 3, 7 of 10 from the foul line. As we mentioned, 34 rebounds, 7 offensive. As the Lady Comets, with a well-earned defensive victory tonight, 35-31 over the Hazleton area Lady Cougars. Once again, we'd like to remind fans that we're going to be planning to come to tomorrow night's boys game. It will not be at the Huey McGeehan Gymnasium at Hazleton Area High School. From what we've been told, a water main break is preventing that game from being played at Hazleton. Instead, that game will be played here tomorrow night. The boys matchup between Hazleton Area and Crestwood will be here tomorrow night. So if you were planning on going to the game, you need to come to Mountaintop to see the matchup between the Cougars and Comets. Boys high school basketball from the Wyoming Valley Conference. As far as our Lehigh Valley Health Network Hazleton game of the night, we'll be back at it from Plymouth Friday night as the Lady Spartans of Wyoming Valley West will play host to the Lady Cougars of Hazleton area. A rematch of their tough matchup this past Saturday, and they meet again on Friday night in Plymouth. We'll be on the air live at 7:30. So we say good night for our director, Ryan Osachi. Thank you to all our viewers, whether you were in northeastern Pennsylvania, Georgia, Maryland, and Las Vegas. As long as Mr. Pacelli wasn't watching in the desert, we are expecting him to have a great evening. Thank you so much for watching us tonight here on WYLN. For Jim Burns on the stats, I'm Marty Burns saying so long. Once again, the final score. Crestwood keeps Joe Gavio from getting career win number 500 as head coach at Hazleton area with a 35-31 victory over Hazleton area. As we mentioned, join us Friday night from Plymouth. It'll be Joe Gavio's Lady Cougars taking on the Lady Spartans of Wyoming Valley West. We'll be on the air Friday night at 7:30. This has been a WYLN Sports Special presentation, and have a great evening from Mountaintop.
You're watching WYLN TV 35.